Hey, it's Allison. Today is going to hit a little bit different. I am jumping in to let you know that I am taking a quick break on releasing new podcast episodes. Not to rest. You silly. Are you crazy? One day, I'm going to figure out how to rest a little better or at all. But anyway, I am taking a beat and I'm taking a beat to create some space, right? For you to find your voice. And, this podcast is called Reinvention Room. And it's always been under the umbrella of how do you make a difference? And usually it is through personal reinvention. And so I have made some exciting shifts in my business that needs my full attention. So I have some really exciting podcasting opportunities that are coming your way. I am still running these incredible interviews with some of the most amazing, like game changers out there. But in the meantime, I wanted to talk to you about one small concept. And it's been something I've been kicking around the idea of uncertainty versus certainty. I kind of think collectively is what we are dealing with this chronic uncertainty as a nation, as a world. There's a lot that's been going on. And a couple of episodes back, I got the distinct pleasure to interview the incredible best-selling author Tia Levings. Tia Levings is somebody who wrote a best-selling book about her escape from Christian fundamentalism and the Christian patriarchy. But what's interesting about her perspective and what she does is she has been kind of translating what has gone on in this community that it was long considered fringe, but is now becoming mainstream. And we're seeing the effects of it all in our politics and in our nation. And, she's often asked, and I asked her, leaving a marriage, Christian fundamentalism, something that you have been indoctrinated and taught how to do your entire life. When you leave, what is your relationship to faith and to God and to religion? And she says very cleverly, I call myself spiritually private. And, people want me to say, I've left, I denounce it, or they want to say, I really still believe, depending on what side you fall on. But I like to keep it spiritually private. And she said something that really struck out to me. And she said, I really have faith in the mystery. And I was like, what do you mean the mystery? And she said, I love having faith that the mystery is going to unfold. And maybe I don't need to be so certain about anything. And her advice is any leader who has an answer for everything. And we see this in religion as like, well, it's in the Bible, it's in the Bible. The Bible tells me, the Bible tells me. But if it is the Bible for every single thing, maybe that is a cue to run or maybe to question that if there are no answers, like the God that I know isn't always giving us the answers, right? And maybe there is some faith in the mystery. And so I don't know. I think for me, control feels really productive and uncertainty kind of feels like failure, honestly. And I think we've been trained that way. But what if the most honest things, the most beautiful, transformative, real things only happen in the unknown? So, if you're listening to this on the day it comes out, August 19, Thursday, I'm hosting a free Plan Your Podcast workshop, one of the podcasting initiatives that I've been working on behind the scenes, where we take your fuzzy idea to a fully formed podcast and we do it together in 90 minutes for free. There's still time to jump in at allisonhair.com/PYP. PYP stands for Plan Your Podcast. And I've got a big announcement that I'll be making at the end. So I hope you're there. In the meantime, please go back and listen to my recent episodes, share them with your friends, talk about them in your circles. That is how culture changes, when we share the ideas and the pushback and the questions that we have when you hear ideas that aren't always the mainstream, and trying to figure out, could this be a new path forward that makes more sense, that feels more aligned for me? And in the recent episodes, my goodness, there are some doozies in there that people are still talking about. So if I don't see you here next time I go release an episode, I'll see you on the socials. I'd love to hear from you there. But I will talk to you soon. And thank you, as always, for being here.